Hey y'all, welcome back to another Wednesday. Of course, this is Winning Wednesdays, and I like to come on to this Facebook platform and give you guys knowledge of, how to scale your business, how to grow your business. But before we get started, I want to see first if I have audio, okay? So I'm going to have someone jump on pretty soon and do that for me. So bear with me. Aaron, I'm on Facebook now. So if you want to go over there and check audio for me, let me see if my mic is working. Everything looks good on my end. How has your July been? We are coming up on, 2 more weeks. It will be August and the kiddos will be back in school. And I feel like this has been like the fastest. Okay, good. This has been the fastest year. Because I remember starting the Facebook Live in February and now we're in July. And I'm like, dang, this year has flown, but it's okay. But yes, I am back in Cincinnati. Last week, I was in Clearwater, Florida with my children, and I had an amazing time. When I tell you that Clearwater is so beautiful, if you haven't, flown down to Clearwater or St. Petersburg, make sure you do, because their beaches is like so nice, so clean, and I love a clean beach. I don't like dirty beaches. So yeah, Clearwater was definitely fun. As you can see, last week I did my live and it was really quick and I had to stop a lot. So I apologize, but we're at a regular program. I am in the comfort of my home, and I am going to talk about a topic that kind of segued from last week into this week. And it's all about confidence. So before I really tell you guys the topic, I'm going to introduce myself for the ones that don't know who I am. My name is Latasha Shelton. I am the founder and CEO of Boss Life Global, where I help aspiring entrepreneurs transition from the 9-to-5 grind and get into entrepreneurship. There's 3 things that we like to focus on. We focus on personal development, business development, and building a personal brand. Okay. So if you haven't already, make sure you go order my book on Amazon called The Boss Blueprint. I talk about this book a lot. So if you want to go to my previous lives and kind of get more information on, how this book can benefit you, you're more than welcome to go to my Facebook. Not my Facebook, my YouTube channel. It should be scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you are on YouTube and you're catching the replays, make sure you go and like my business page on Facebook, Boss Life Global. And you can also go to my IG, which is Latasha_Boss Life. Okay. So this is the book. It looks just like that. And just come and support your girl, because I'm sure that this book if it can't help you, I'm sure it can help somebody else. All right. So don't gatekeep. Anyway, so this week is about, or this month alone is about confidence. And I think this is a powerful subject because in the times that we're living in, you have to have so much confidence because everything is digital. If you want to run a business, you have to run a business and still be the face of your business. Okay. If you want to do content, you have to be the face of your content, unless you're doing faceless content. And that's a whole nother topic for a different day. Okay. If you're someone to say, hey, I'm kind of shy, but regardless of anything, you still have to have the confidence to get up and want to do it. Okay. You have you got to have the confidence that it will work out the way it needs to work out for you. So this topic is the power of showing up, how to confidently build trust. Okay. How to build trust. The one, you have to be authentic. If you're not authentic and you're not true to yourself, 9 times out of 10, you may burn yourself out, and people can pick up fakeness. A lot of people pick up fakeness. People know when you're trying too hard. And I know when people are trying too hard because they become so salesy. They become very animated. If you ever watch people's lives or if you watch people's content, they're very anime. And maybe that's their personality. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of people try to fake a lifestyle that's not really there, and they're not really authentic and true to themselves. They're mainly money driven. Okay. So being confident comes with being authentic, right? Because when you're your authentic self, there's no need to be anything else. It's no need to try to fit in with other people. You are able to embrace the quirkiness, the weirdness, whatever, the the shyness, all aspect of who you are, you're able to embrace those things and show up to the world as just that, right? Without the world trying to change you into something that you're not. So it's very important to be authentic to yourself. And when you're authentic, it comes with consistency, because I'm consistently Tasha. I show up, wake up every day, do the same routine, nothing changed. I don't put on a whole bunch of makeup. I'm not putting on lashes. I'm not out here being this model type person. You've seen women that's on Facebook or these things, you never see them without their wigs on, their makeup on, their lashes off. You don't never see them really just in a more natural state, and then that might be consistently them, okay? But it's not consistently you. It's not who you are. So you have to consistently be who you are. So show up the way it needs to show up, how you are, right? And don't let the world tell you that you need to fix anything about yourself for you to really give people you, okay? So that's one of the things that I've learned when it comes to building a brand on social media. I've learned to really start to embrace who I am as an individual. I had to learn how to love me first, and me loving myself gave me the confidence to want to show up for the world and give the world something that they may have not never seen from me, or from me personally, or just for any individual, because I feel like I got a special light that can never be taken away from me. Okay, so please shine your light, but be consistent at it. Don't be afraid to shine that light. It might ruffle some people's feathers because you coming out the gate and people are going to say, who she thinks she is, who she thinks she is. I am me. I am who I am. All right. So be consistent in that, and be intentional. Be intentional, because when I show up, I'm very intentional about what I'm going to speak about, what I'm doing, why I'm going places, why I'm speaking to this person. So if I'm talking, or if I'm building a friendship with women, right, I'm intentionally wanting to build friendship with women because I want to create a sister circle, right? Everybody's intentions ain't to build a sister circle, but so I'm going out and I'm making relationships with people that is on the same frequency as me, or and that has the same mindset as me. So when you go out, be confident in that, but be still authentic enough to know what your intentions is. What are you trying to build within your life? Because everybody is different. Okay. So that's just that. So 80% of success is showing up, but showing up with purpose makes a difference. Okay. So 80% is showing up. You have to show up. Now, I struggle with showing up. That was a really big problem for myself, is that I felt like people were going to judge me. People were going to tell me that I wasn't qualified. And we talked about the imposter syndrome last week, right? We sometimes feel like we don't deserve to be places. We don't deserve to be in certain rooms. So we develop this false ideology, this false belief within ourselves that we are not deserving. And let's kill that system. Let's kill that. Okay. So success is built off of being confident. You have to be confident in whatever you do, whether it's you at a 9-to-5 job. If you work in a 9-to-5 job and you don't carry that, if you're not holding your head up and you're not holding and having your shoulder tilt back, people are going to see weakness in that. Okay. And most of the time people pick on weak people. So do you want to be a weak person? Do you want to portray yourself as being a weak person? Or you want to portray people, because people give respect for people that hold their head up and is confident with whatever they're saying or whatever they're doing. Okay. So, but again, I struggle with, the confidence thing. I didn't feel like I was qualified to be on this live talking to you guys, but with consistency and dedication, I have just said to myself, it don't matter what the world is saying. It don't matter if I got 2 followers. It don't matter if 2 people's on my live. It really don't matter if nobody watches my live, right? It's because I personally believe in myself, and I believe in my brand, and I believe what I'm doing. And this is my medicine. Me getting on here is like a dose of my medicine. Every Wednesdays, I look forward to coming to my Facebook Live and talking to you guys about some experiences that I've maybe have overcome, or maybe some experiences that maybe or some wisdom that I can give you guys that you may not have heard before from somebody else, or maybe you have, but it's coming from me and it feels more nurturing, more organic, to where you guys is able to resonate with it a little bit more. So me coming up on here, it took a lot of confidence. It took for me to just not, for me to be okay with my flaws. It took for me to be okay with the way I may have spoken, because it was a time that I would watch my lives back and I didn't like how I spoke. It was times where I watch my lives back and I might have not liked my hair for the day, but because I am still who I am, it really didn't matter, right? Because I'm still that girl. Like, I'm still that girl, whatever it looks like. I'm going to find my tribe. People are going to still rock with me. So it takes a lot of guts to consistently show up, right? It takes a lot of guts to consistently show up. All right. So I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about why showing up builds trust. Okay. Consistency breeds reliability. Okay. Consistency breeds reliability. People trust what they see often. You hear me? Consistency breeds reliability. People trust what they see often. That is a real thing. So if they see me coming on here consistently every Wednesdays at 11 a.m., and I'm never really too late. And if I'm late, it's probably some audio issues and maybe some technical issues. It may be because I may have been on an appointment and I'm rushing back into the house to make sure that I get my thing set up. So y'all don't see my setup. I have things behind me. I have this and I have that. I have tripods. I have lights. So, and then of course, logging in. So it's a whole system, right? But I am very consistent, and so because I'm consistent, I am very reliable to people. People rely on me to show up. Okay, because they know that if I can't rely on her over here because I'm trying to get the information, I know I can rely on Tasha. Because since the beginning of the year, she has shown up every single Wednesdays and may have canceled a live once or twice because of me being under the weather or conflict with a schedule of my children. But 9 times out of 10, I'm here every single Wednesdays, even when I'm out of town. So consistency creates reliability because they know that regardless of how much fun I'm having, I'm still about my business. I'm still serious about me getting on here, teaching you guys, being that, because it fills up my soul. I love being a teacher, right? I didn't go and get a degree in teaching. I never thought I would be teaching you guys, but that's something that literally fuels me up. I enjoy it so much. And when you find your passion and you enjoy what you love to do, it don't feel like work. Okay. But because I'm consistent, people rely on me. And that's one thing I do love. But it takes for you to build the confidence for that. Okay, so visibility creates credibility. Visibility creates credibility. If you're always present, people see you're in it for the long haul. Okay, visibility creates credibility. All right, people want to see that you're in for the long haul. Again, I was just speaking about me being on live every single Wednesdays. And it's been about 6 months, maybe 5 to 6 months since I've been consistent on Facebook and Instagram. That now I'm creating credibility for myself. It's times where, child, listen, I've questioned so much of anything. I question, and we're human. We're going to question a lot of things, right? Especially if we feel like we're not getting the following, if we're not getting the audience that we're looking for. Sometimes that can be detrimental to our growth because we're so caught up in, the numbers, the likes, the shares. And so I'm not going to lie. It was times where it's like, I'm on here every Wednesday consistently and no one's rocking with me. But then I realized that I'm still creating credibility because I'm going to eventually have my breakthrough. My breakthrough is going to come from word of mouth. My breakthrough is going to come when I run into the right person, someone say, what do you do for a living? And I say, oh, I am a business coach for beginners. I love to help people personally develop themselves. And then they say, well, let me go ahead. Like, what's your business? I mean, what's your website? Do you have, what's your credibility? And so what I can do is go to my Facebook Lives and pull all the lives I've been doing for Wednesdays. They're all on my YouTube channel. So the evidence is there. The credibility is there. The consistency is there. So just because you may not see results now, trust me, you will start seeing results later. You just got to constantly, I know it's hard. I know, because we want people to believe in our business, right? Like, you want people to believe in your business, but it's so hard because it's like, who's really rocking with me? Your tribe, you haven't found your tribe yet. You haven't found them. They will eventually come. And I talk myself into this every single week. Like, they're going to come. They're going to come. I'm going to get, people are going to buy my book. People are going to buy my coaching program. It's going to come, right? And I'm convincing myself, sometimes you got to be delusional about your dreams. And I'm convincing myself that I'm going to go from 0 people watching my live to 1 million people in the next 5 years. Because let me tell you something, building a business takes time. But it's like, credibility is everything, because if people can see that you are reliable, they're going to want to mess with you versus someone that's inconsistent. So don't be discouraged when you feel like, you're showing up and you're not getting any results. Okay. So that's that. Let's say vulnerability creates connection. Sharing real moments make other people feel safe to trust you. You know that I've always been on here and I've always been very transparent about things that I personally went through, and I share stories to just motivate you guys, because people want to hear real stories. We don't want to hear fluff. People want to hear what you've really went through. And I'm not afraid and I'm not ashamed to tell people my darkest secret, my darkest moments, because that has liberated me. Me telling people the things that I went through, and then when people see me now, that should motivate you to want to be that version, be another version of yourself. Like, and it makes it feel like it's a safe space to just be who you are, but also tell your story. So I feel like me being vulnerable has created connections. I know a lot of people on my Instagram be inboxing me and say, Tasha, I appreciate you for sharing moments, because I would have thought that you had it all put together. I would have thought that you was just that girl that nothing really happened to you, and blase this and this and that. And so it's times where people can appreciate my stories. Okay. And they are the ones that want to go buy. 9 times out of 10, those are the ones that might purchase a book or might purchase. Like, I had somebody hit me up for a vision board kit. You know what I'm saying? And because they know that if I can't go here, I know Tasha she gonna make something happen for me no matter what. So anyways, excuse me. So I'm just going to run down tips on how to show up confidently, and then I'm going to get off the live because I do have things that I have to do today. Okay. So how to show up confidently. Preparations over perfections. Okay, I'm talking to myself. Preparations over perfections. So every time I have these lives, I'm always preparing myself. So a lot of people don't show up confidently because they try to perfect everything around them. And you're talking about a person that suffered from being a perfectionist. I am her, right? But I've learned to kind of let go of some of them things, because things are not going to always go right. And I had to understand that. So, but in order for things to flow the way I needed to flow, y'all know every single week I have my notes. I have to have my notes, because if I don't have my notes, then I am not going to be able to rattle off information. Some people have the capacity to just rattle off and be so scripted, and they can just talk and they don't have notes around them or whatever. And people are like, oh, this person got it all figured out. No, they're perfectionists. No, I mean, they master their craft. So I'm not going to say that. It's people that have just mastered the public speaking aspect. So I can't say that people are just trying to be perfectionists, but there's people that literally will burn themselves out because they want to show up like they know it all. And with me, I don't know it all. So if I have my notes and I'm looking down, it's because I prepared. It's because I prepared on things that I want to talk about, but I also still want to be authentic enough to still have a very be conversational with you, so that it doesn't be robotic. So if you want to do the same thing, you just prepare for whatever you're trying to sell. If it's public speaking, if you're doing a vendor event, like I literally will do a mock table. So I will go into my home because I have a vending table. I'll set up Boss Life Global stuff, and then I'll put all my stuff on the table. So before I get there, I'm not scattering, trying to figure out what's going to go here, what's going to go there, what's going to go there. And so now I'm coming with confidence, knowing that this looks the way I want it to look. So sometimes being prepared builds confidence. Now, when you're not prepared, you're unsure. And when you show uncertainty, people see through that. Okay. And then another thing, confidence is a habit. So you have to create healthy habits for yourself, right? If you want to show up on camera and you know your skin is bad, right? And you got acne here, acne there, and whatever, and you don't like looking at it, it makes you feel insecure. Create the habits to get rid of it. You got to start personally developing yourself so that you can build confidence. Get rid of things that you know that you dislike about yourself. Work on those things. That's what build confidence, looking in the mirror. So like me eating mangoes, right? I don't like wearing makeup. I never like really wearing makeup. I wear makeup to be transparent and vulnerable. I wear makeup because sometimes I want to even my skin complexions out because I have hyperpigmentation, right? No shame in my game because I'm still fine, okay? But my daughter gonna get mad when I say clock it. Anyways, so I eat mangoes for my skin to get more healthier and it glow better so that when I don't have makeup, it is the way I like it to be. So sometimes you have to fix things in order for you to be able to be confident. So like, even if you want to lose weight, making sure you have healthy habits. If you know, just a lot of things, you just got to do some self-evaluation and make sure that you love who you are first. It builds through repetition, not waiting until you feel ready. So sometimes you gotta go on there and just try it out, because sometimes we want to wait for that perfect moment. Like, oh, I don't want to get on here because I don't look this way, or I don't want to get on this because I feel like I'm not qualified. No, get on there and learn. Repetition is everything. Let me tell you something. When I started my Facebook Lives, actually, I started my Facebook Live when I was doing the Living Room Conversation podcast. And y'all drop a comment if y'all familiar with the Living Room Conversation that I was doing with my homegrown Mia. And when I was doing, and that was my first time actually doing public speaking without me being under somebody, okay? So it was all, production was done by me and everything. And as I watched myself back, I cringed. Like I could watch back and I literally cringed so freaking bad. Like, but I had the repetition of me doing that every single Fridays at 7 p.m., literally every single Fridays for a whole entire year. Me doing that, I literally built the confidence of public speaking. I built the confidence of being poised, slowing down when I talk, not stuttering so much, and so as I watched back, I looked and seen like some things that I felt like I needed to work on, and I worked on them things. And then when I started my live for my business, it was easy for me to come on here and talk to you guys because I've already practiced. So sometimes you just got to start shit, even if it's in your comfort of your home and no one watches you, and you just get on the camera and you just talk to people, be delusional, act like act like your future self. So if you want to be someone on stage and do public speaking, pick up a camera and just start talking and as if like you're on stage. I literally used to do that. I would walk around my house and I will talk as if I'm on stage, right? And sometimes most of the time that's how you manifest. And I literally was perfecting the way I walk, the way I talk, how slow I wanted to talk, my hand gestures, a lot of things. And I repetitively did that for a very long time. And here I am now on my couch Wednesdays, not afraid to get on here and talk to you guys. I'm not afraid to get on live. I'm not afraid to show my personality. I'm not afraid to show my flaws anymore because I validated me first. Sometimes you got to validate you first, okay? Body language and energy. People trust confidence. So if your body language is crappy, and you seem unsure, you seem timid, people are not going to trust you. People are going to think that you are unsure of what you're selling and what you're trying to do, and they will go to somebody else. Even if somebody's a fraud, they will go to that person because that person shows that they are confident in what they're doing or are confident within themselves, right? So another thing is to help you guys is go live weekly, even if 2 people show up, which I only have 2 people on IG, right? Go live weekly. Comment and engage with your audience genuinely. So I engage with my audience. So every time my audience come on, I always do the hearts like, hey, thank you, welcome to the live. I always engage with people. I love to talk to people. So you want to engage with people because people love when you acknowledge who they are and or acknowledge them. Okay. Mindset shift. You already know enough, right? So shift your mind. Shift your mind from I don't know nothing and I still need to learn to I already know that I will build. Things will come along the way when they're meant to come. Sometimes you have to understand that we all don't know it all. I don't know it all. I still feel like there's a lot more that I can learn, but I know enough that I can come on here. And even when I get the information that I'm looking for, I like to share it with you guys. Okay. And you don't need 1,000,000 followers. You don't need 1,000,000 followers, baby. I don't have 1,000,000 followers on my Facebook. On my business page, I only got 157 followers. And I ain't going to say only. I got 157 followers because I love a tight niche community. But who don't like a tight niche community? So, and if it grow, and I love it. But you don't need 1,000,000 followers. Stop letting people make you believe that you need 1,000,000 followers to be successful. Most of the time, them people bought followers. A lot of times, those people bought followers. So you don't need a 1,000,000 followers. You just need 2 or 3 genuine people that is willing to invest in you. And let me tell you something, you get success stories from them 2 or 3 people. And once you get a success story, you share their story and they're going to most of the time refer you to somebody, and it's going to open up a floodgate of people that's going to genuinely, authentically come your way, right? Sometimes followers don't convert into dollars. And then people don't trust perfection. They trust realness. People don't want people that's perfect. They want the real, right? And I feel like I'm real, okay? So anyways, that's it for this live. I appreciate you guys for always rocking with me. Be confident, be who you are. Remember, you are that girl. Don't let nobody make you believe that you ain't that girl, regardless of all shapes, forms, sizes, colors, whatever it may be. You're that girl and you need to believe that you're that girl. And if you don't believe that you're that girl, make sure you need to get my book, The Boss Blueprint, because the Boss Blueprint will give you the confidence that you need so that you can feel like that girl too. Because I know I feel like it. Anywho, so make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all like my business page. And I will definitely see you next Wednesday. Okay. I'm not going to be in United States of America. Disclaimer, I may not have service because I am out of the country. So I may do a pre-record live. If I do, I will let you guys know. Or if I do a live, it may not be long, just like Clearwater. I did like 20 minutes at Clearwater. But I'm looking to get on a live with you guys next Wednesday. And if not, I will catch you the following week, okay? But thank y'all for supporting me. I will see y'all next week. Peace.